2, 1. Let's go. Hello, everyone. Hi, hi. How's everyone doing
Guys,
today?
hope you guys are doing well.
Hi. Everyone hear us? Just want to double check. Oh, we got a good, we got a
Test,
bad, we got an I don't know, an eh.
test, test. Can you hear us? Test, test, test.
I probably can.
Okay.
Olivia's being is tired. I mean, I think we're all tired at this point, though.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Sorry, there's no Miss Savedra today. She could not join it for our check-in, but she will be here next time. Mm. We also have our own lives that leave us busy, so we do what we can.
Very true. Okay, so a few things you just want to talk about this week. First and foremost, seventh grade. You guys have a lot of questions about the assignment today. So the assignment is to read this story called The Stolen Day, right? So it's a story about this little boy who who hears about this condition called inflammatory rheumatitis. I don't know if I'm saying that right. And he hears about it because there's a kid in his neighborhood or in his school that has it, and so he starts making up these things that he has it. He starts making up these stories that he has it, or thinking that he has it, and trying to convince people that he has it. And so he's going, about his day. He gets to go home early. He's not feeling good. And then he tells his parents that he's not feeling good, although he doesn't tell them what his condition is. And then towards the end, it's sort of revealed. I don't want to give away too much of the story because you have to read it. But so at the end, his life, he kind of gets caught up in his life. So your task this week, because we're talking about identifying with character and understanding the character and what they're going through in their situation and putting yourself in their shoes. After you read the story, you're going to create a diary as if you were that kid, right? You're going to be that kid. You're going to create a diary entry talking about that day. Tell them, why did you say these? What did you want to accomplish? Why did you think it was important to make up this condition or to say that you had it, when clearly you didn't? And what you were going through, how you felt when the truth came out. So it's just a diary entry as if you were him or her or whatever you want to make that character. And you're going to make it paragraph, I think is what I asked, or maybe it was, and you're going to do it that way. So that's what you're doing for this assignment. You're writing a diary entry as though you were that kid, explaining why you did what you did in that story, pretending that you're him, feeling what he felt. If that was you, how would you respond? Does everybody get that? If you have any questions, please ask me,
Hmm.
and I can answer them here as well or on chat.
Yeah, this was for
Please let me know.
7th grade, right? Just want to clarify.
This is just for seventh grade.
Good,
Yes.
good.
Anybody sixth or eighth grade, if you know, but that's just for seventh grade because I'm getting a lot of.
Good, good, good to know.
Go for it, guys.
What did 6th
Mm-hmm.
and 8th grade do? Just so those have, just so there's a record of that as well.
Sixth grade is working on context clues. They're just finding words in their books that they're reading on Epic. You guys can also use words that you are encountering in Mr. Priesol's work, whatever he's getting you to read, anything that Miss Sylvadra is getting you to read, anything that you can use context clues. You're just picking out five words in any of your readings, giving me the clues that help you to figure out what it is, and then defining it. Again, I'm not grading on you getting that definition right. I want to see your process of how you're. And then eighth grade is just writing an essay on a time that they were lost, like the professor in the story that we read this week. And then what tips they can give him in a second paragraph, what tips they can give him, find something that happened. Yes, Izzy, you're just writing a diary entry. I believe it's. So
Um,
that's mine, guys.
that's Mr. Reyes' class. Do be mindful that I will continue to mute people for spamming. Like, you guys have good questions, or if you want to ask how you're doing, or you want to say how you're doing, that's fine. Don't just spam emojis or symbols, guys. Um, we're trying to make this a bit more as we've been doing this. We have been making this a bit more professional every time because we get more used to it. We get more um, in tune with it. We get more refined with it. So just make sure that you're staying on task. For me, let's start at the top. Sixth and seventh grade has the same assignment. They were supposed to read. I assigned 4 articles for them to read, um, and they had to answer a series of questions on 3 of them. Um, this information was sent uh, by Teams. It was also sent to both the parents and student emails, and the topics were a variety of topics, as always, with the defining moments in history. Um, but this time there was only 4 compared to last week's 7. You had the League of Nations, the March on Rome, the first discovery of penicillin, and then the stock market crash. Um, I'm going to be discussing more about those tomorrow. About, or actually not tomorrow. Today is Thursday. Oh my gosh, where are the days gone?
I know. I
I'll be
know.
discussing more about those articles today. I believe at 4:30 I put in my email. So I will be back on here in just a few hours to go over the articles in greater depth and answer questions and to bring a discussion with you guys. So make sure that you come ready to participate. I want more people than last time. Last time I only had about 15. This time I want to see more of you. And let's see, what other questions? So let's go on to 8th grade. 8th grade, as always, we are continuing our learning of study.com, looking at the American Civil War. This time we looked at the outbreak of the Civil War following Lincoln's election. Um, and that's where 8th grade's work is always going to be, is on study.com. Just like 6th and 7th grade's work is now always going to be articles and questions. That's what you're going to get from me. They're going to be they're not going to be large assignments, but they're going to be, very repetitive. They're going to be continuing the same trend each week. The timeline is something that you are going to build on for 6th and 7th grade. You are going to continue to make it, moving week to week. Um, so that by the end, there is one cohesive timeline of the major events. That is not due until this entire process is over. Can the social studies be due next week? The social studies is due when I collect it on Friday for on time credit, or when I close it on Monday for late credit. That's just how I do it. Unless you contact me for asking for an extension. But you have to contact me. I'm not going to reach out for you. I'll reach out for you after a week of you not turning it in, which I have done for people that have not turned in the assignments. Um, Again, if you can't join today, that's why I do YouTube videos. That way you can watch them back. That way you can see what the discussion's about. So if you can't join today, watch it later. That way you can know a little bit of what I'm thinking about the articles, or why I chose these 4, or what was the whole purpose, or what was the main idea behind each one. What else was there to ask me? Some students were asking about the Believe Christmas tickets that I give out every year for 6th, 7th, and 8th grade. I don't know yet. I'm not sure how I'm gonna handle that. I don't know. I honestly don't know. I'm not sure what to do about that. it, it, I'll have to do some talking with my colleagues behind the scenes before I can give you a definitive answer. Um, what else is there about the timeline? I've already talked about the timeline, but again, it is going to be for 6th and 7th grade. You are to make the events and put them on a timeline um, in order to keep track of them. What about field day? That's a question I guess we can bring up with next time we have a meeting. Field day, because I feel
Yeah.
like we've talked about a lot of things. I think that's one thing we've forgotten about, really. So we can bring that
But we'll
up.
put that on. Yeah, we'll put that on the list.
We'll add that to our list. Um, but yeah, I mean, if there's any questions about my e-learning assignments, contact me. I am online, as some people can attest to, some of your classmates, nearly all the time. I am nearly always at my computer. I now have three computer screens because some of this stuff gets very technical. Um, but again, I responded to people at 5 a.m. in the morning. I've responded to people at 1 a.m. in the morning. I'm usually up at both times. I do that. Miss Reyes might not. Don't expect her to do that.
I go to about 11, I think. That's the latest I think I've ever answered is 11 o'clock. I'm trying to step away now just to for my sanity. I'm trying to step away. But
Yeah. I mean, I said it
if I
so.
know that you need, yeah,
I mean, I
if
set
I
my.
know that you need it, I'll do. I'm sorry.
No, go on. We both
If
start
I know
talking.
you need it, I will respond. I'm sorry. Go ahead, please.
No, I mean, I set myself after 1 o'clock to do not disturb. But if you message me after that, I will still respond. I just won't see it right away. I won't see it. I won't get notified about it. I go check it later, and like I check my emails, but I won't get like pings and messages like you guys. Uh, so I mean, that's the difference. Is that during 9 to 1, I get the notifications all day long. My phone is blowing up. My computer is blowing up. The iPad is blowing up. Um, so yeah, this.
My class, I think a lot more of you were responding to the reading question. I see a lot of progress going on in the book
Mhm.
clubs, but also on the forums. I think you guys doing a lot more. So please make sure you're keeping up with those. Those are a weekly thing. Also next week, I'm going to set up a date to do. I'm going to set up a date to Zoom with every class. And so what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to set up a Zoom conversation with sixth grade on Tuesday, a Zoom conversation with seventh grade on Wednesday, and then eighth graders, if you want to Zoom on Thursday, we're going to set something up so that we can Zoom talk. That is the Zoom app. You can either get it online or you can. It's a free app,
Mhm.
and I believe you do have to sign in, right? I don't remember anymore.
It depends.
Um, or I'll send you the link that morning, and then this can meet me time. I'm still trying to figure it out. I'll let you guys know tomorrow in Friday's
Well,
email for next
actually, I
week.
was thinking of doing my own Zoom meetings next week. You want to
Okay,
run them together?
yeah, that's fine.
Yeah. I will do a setup video one of these days when my area where I work is not covered in paperwork and books and everything. When everything's neat, I'll do a setup video when this is all said and done. So for you guys. Um.
um, what else? Oh, we were gonna talk about the things that we're doing.
Oh yeah. What are you doing, Miss Reyes?
Okay, so besides reading Ungifted, which I really like, and The Call of the Wild, which is I'm sorry, you guys. I know I'm older and I don't know if you guys are struggling, but some of this stuff in this book is whew. I definitely had to stop and ask myself questions. We're gonna go over that next week. I think some of you guys were doing ask and answer, but the Call of the Wild is it took I had to like ask myself different questions or have to look up things because it was a lot. It was a little confusing to me, but it's so good. Um, I never thought I can really get into a book about a dog. It's so good. And then I'm also reading very slowly though because I started reading it ahead of time, but I'm starting to finish reading guys Never to Be Told. I'm going super slow on those because I am reading this book here called The Flight Attendant. Chris, what did we say it was?
Uh,
Bojalen.
Bojalen.
Okay. So this is a murder mystery book that I'm reading called The Flight Attendant. Um, and it's it's interesting. It's really thick. I got halfway through, if you can see that. Halfway through.
Nice.
Um, and I'm trying to finish it, but I'm gonna give myself some time. But it's interesting and it's great because we were talking about prediction and it's really good for predictions because I'm trying to figure out who did it, right? It's a murder mystery. I'm
Of
trying to
course.
figure out who did it. And then visualization is it's really good with that because I'm trying to visualize where she's at. I'm using my background knowledge about airports because a flight attendant
Mm-hmm.
and the hotels and stuff. And so I'm trying to use my background knowledge for that. But anyways, it's really interesting. It's kind of I want to see who did it. I'm super excited to figure it out. But so yeah, I'm between four books right now, guys. So those of you who aren't reading your epic, please remember I'm reading four books at once. So please get on your reading, stay on topic, guys. They're really good books that we picked out. Those of you I know, some of you
Mm-hmm.
finished it already, and some of you are really talking about it in team. Good job, guys. But
That's
that's what I'm
good.
doing.
That's good. While Miss Ray is maybe reading and being productive, um, I, on the other hand, am hanging out with a lot of my friends. We are, due to a lot of them being laid off due to this crisis, we've actually really gotten closer and been bonding again because we've all been so busy with our lives that we just, we're catching out. We're hanging out again. Um, and we have been playing a series of games. Some of you might know that I am an active participant in the more nerdier sides of late. In particular, we are playing Dungeons and Dragons (D&D), and that's what I do on my Fridays and Sundays with when we're off. Um, and it's just a lot of fun. We're having a lot of fun playing together. Hanging out. It's just a good time because there's just some people that I haven't been able to talk to in you know weeks, months, years because we've just our lives got busy. I mean, you know what? You understand what I mean, Miss Reyes? I mean,
Yeah, absolutely.
yep.
Whew.
Yes, they do talk about D&D and Stranger Things. That's where most of
That's how
them.
all these kids know
That's where
it.
most of
Yep.
them know it from.
Oh my.
Um, so yeah, it's just a lot of fun. It's been a great time hanging out with them, getting to interact with them again. On at the same time, focus on schoolwork. So.
Well, it's a nice little distraction
Oh
too.
gosh, yeah. To get into another world, I mean, it's just like again, getting into a good book. It takes you into a whole new
Yeah.
world where the problems of this world aren't there. You get to place
Yeah.
yourself somewhere else. We
Oh,
did
this
easy.
game.
We'll talk about your question in a minute.
Oh, I didn't see his.
He was asking about cleaning up the school. Um, we don't have an answer for that still. We'll get you an answer as soon as we can.
Yep.
But if you want to
Everything's
do
kind of just.
cleaning like you do at the end of the year at St. Casimir, go ahead and do it at home.
Yes, for sure.
Help your parents out.
Everything has
Clean their
been moved to
house.
your. Everything's been moved to your house. Everything you used to do at school, you do at home.
Yep,
So.
yep. End of the year cleaning, you now do at home. Can I stream D&D? No, that's not happening.
Wow.
If I did, I would put an age gate of 18 on there, so no.
Wow. You
As
guys
much
have it.
fun as
I
that'd
think we.
be.
Oh yeah, that would be fun, Mr. Phil. I think we've asked several times, "What are you guys doing?" And then you guys give us these responses that you're bored, that you're sleeping, that you're tired of schoolwork. But I mean, some of you guys have to be doing something creative or something to keep you guys busy. What
Mm-hmm.
are you guys doing? We want to know what you guys are up to. I mean, schoolwork is only just a few hours a day, and then there's not supposed to be any on the weekend. So if you finish it during, I know you have all this. What are you guys
Yeah, what are you guys
doing?
doing? I'll be back in one moment. Mother and Aunt just got home.
Okay. It's kind of nerve wracking, guys. I'm here by myself, holding down, holding down the YouTube stream. Waiting for you guys to respond. Tell me what you guys are doing. What's going on? I know you guys are reading and loving it, right? Yes. Tell me that you love reading your book. Playing Roblox. I see that, Josh. Cool. I don't know really about Roblox. Folding laundry. That's nice to help. Uh, a common chore, which probably. Yeah. Are you watching anime or are you creating anime?
I imagine it's the first one.
Madden.
Lisandro's bored. Do our homework, and then you'll be less bored.
Oh, hopscotch. Yay. Hopscotch is fun.
Ooh, arts and crafts. What type of crafts are you doing?
Oh, board games are fun. What kind of board games you guys playing?
Ooh,
Drawing. I assume there would be a lot of
ooh, Liz is trying to read that. Read the book. I have got one.
That's funny.
Ooh,
Uh,
11 more days to your B day. Yeah, well, we'll have to try to remember that. Make sure
we're
we
gonna
only give
stream.
homework to that person on that day.
We're gonna stream with party hats on that day.
Sure. Oh, has anyone had a birthday? Let's ask.
Yeah, whose birthday pass?
Yeah, I mean that's a good topic. We'll wish everyone that has had a birthday a happy birthday. I mean,
Trying to get a new pet. You want a new pet now?
why
I
not?
guess it's good you're home.
I mean, Jasmine's a sore loser. Good to know.
Painting and decorating glasses. That sounds cool. That's awesome. Bella G's birthday's today.
Ooh, happy birthday to her. Your sister Izzy, I remember your sister, so she gets a happy birthday. Um, Jasmine's sister had a birthday. Happy birthday. Olivia's birthday's coming up soon, so we'll have to remember that for next time.
Julius Caesar.
Emmy's birthday was last month, so we probably missed his during once we left school. So happy birthday to him.
Happy
Uh,
birthday. Elated.
yeah, belated. What else is there? I mean, I haven't had a birthday yet. Have you?
You have had one?
I've not had one. Mine's not
No.
till July. If
No,
we're
mine's
still doing
October.
it this in July, something's gone wrong.
Right. Yes. No, mine passed. Remember 6B gave me the best singing present ever. They came into my class all quiet. They
Oh
sat
yeah,
down
I remember
and
that. I
then
remember
without
now.
me even like saying anything or noticing, they started singing happy birthday. So great. 6B did a great job that. And thank
Yes.
you to 6A. 6A sang to me too.
Uh-huh. Who else? It's a lot of for those birthdays that we've missed, or for people that aren't here in the YouTube. Well, happy birthday to them. To those
Let them
birthdays
know we
coming
sent
up,
them.
happy birthday coming up. Man,
Yeah.
this is our this is our lives. This may sound strange because I don't know if it's the same for you, but since we got out of school on March 13th, I can count on my one hand, how many times I've actually left the house, like gone in a car and gone somewhere.
I went to school maybe twice. So weird.
I've been to school once. It was really weird going there.
Yeah.
It felt almost abandoned. You know what I mean?
Yes, absolutely.
Posters were slipping
Um,
off the wall. There was a layer of dust. It was really weird.
um, yeah, it was so weird to see my room so completely clean.
Because
No
we
snacks
cleaned.
or chips on the floor.
Because we all cleaned before we left.
Oh yeah. Mhm. I'm glad you're getting better at technology because we're gonna be using it again. So,
We don't have an answer for that, Molly. We don't.
oh, yeah, we don't know either. We're just, it's just as up in the air for us as it is for you guys.
Yeah. I mean, this whole situation is strange.
Yeah.
I'll leave that for now. I'm not going to mute it. But yeah, no, it's just we do what we need to, and that's all we can talk about. And that's all we can do is just hope for the best, stay positive as best as we can.
You go eat You go out to eat and eat in my car with my family watching. That's kind of cool. It's kind of like being able to drive in.
Yeah. So we'll talk for another 4 minutes, bring ourselves up to 1:30, and then we'll end the stream there. So if anyone has any last minute questions, get them in. But until then, I mean, I think we're going back to school probably. The rest of the year is gone. We're not going back to school this year. I think fall.
Yeah, the Fall Guy.
Yeah.
We'll definitely. They're definitely working on a day when you guys can stuff. Um, that's all tentative right now. You know, we're that ban to stay in, so we can't. You guys, we can't authorize you to go
Of
pick
course. I
up your
mean,
stuff.
and then even when the shut-in ends, we still don't want 400 kids going back to school at one time because that'll just create a hotspot, and you want to keep it separated. Only certain kids on this day, certain kids on that day.
Yeah, we still gotta maintain that.
Social
Can't.
distancing. That's very important. I mean,
Yeah,
I've
we
gone out
won't
for
be.
walks and I've walked to the other side of the street,
Yeah, yeah.
and
There's been a lot of people walking. It's crazy.
what else is there to do?
Yep. Not much.
And yes,
My kids have
Josh.
my kids have a trampoline in the back, guys.
Yeah. Yeah. Depends is the answer to everything at this moment. We just don't know. We have no idea what the situation beholds. We have no idea if it'll get better, get worse.
We're not keeping secrets. We're promised. We just don't know.
Yeah.
We really don't know.
I mean, this is entirely changed a lot of things. I mean, talk about the start to a new decade.
I can't. I mean, I don't want to be in school next year and hear anybody say like, "I just want to go home. I wish we didn't have school."
I think
I'm gonna
that's
say, "Nope." You guys had 2 months of it, well, however long it's
two
been.
months. It's been 5 months before they go back in August. What are you talking about?
Yeah, but they have to have school, like only 2 months or so of school
March, April,
and
May.
e-learning.
3 months of e-learning.
3 months, 3 months, however long. Maybe it'll be over. However long. Um,
I loved Arnold's answer. They enjoy long walks to the fridge. I'm sorry to hear that. I mean, yeah, I can imagine that a lot of people being trapped in the houses are getting a lot of tense, a lot of strong emotions. Just try if you can go for a walk, cool down,
it's
because
definitely coming in handy for me, guys. I've definitely needed to take a few walks. Um, oh, I did want to show you guys. Look what I brought from home.
Mhm.
I mean, from school.
Oh
I
my
have my
god.
ball, guys. Sorry, Riesel. I have my bell, guys. I'm using it on no one, but I have it. Except to annoy Mr. Priesol.
Oh, I think anyone that was just using
Sorry.
headphones.
Sorry.
I brought home my owls.
Did you really?
Oh yeah, they're sitting
That's
behind my computer desk over here. See?
wow. Oh, I brought home my ginormous dry erase board. Look at that. Just like being at school.
Oh yeah, you just made all the students. That is so loud. Rip headphone users.
That woke you guys up.
So
Rest in peace, headphone users. It's
my
funny.
ear is bleeding. All right. I
I'm
think on
sorry.
that note, we are going to say goodbye, everyone.
Bye, guys. Take
Um,
care. Keep the distance.
yep. Bye, everyone. I will be back on here later for 6th and 7th grade. Try to come out if you can. If not, well, we'll see you next week. Stay safe, stay healthy, and keep doing your work.
Do your work. Do your
Do
work.
it.
Bye, guys.
Bye.